Hi everyone, it's the end of the month, so it's a wrap-up video. This month I managed to read an awful lot of books. I've got to refer to Goodreads to actually tell you all the titles because most of them I borrowed from the library, so I don't have a physical copy of them. Most of them I enjoyed, a couple of them I didn't. I'll let you know which ones they were. But yeah, I had good fun this month. So first up, I read the Six of Crows duology. That's Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is a YA fantasy series set in her Grisha world that she created in the trilogy, the Grisha trilogy, which I haven't read. I didn't notice it was a problem though when I read these two books. I have to say I haven't read such good books for quite a while. I really enjoyed them. I love the characters. I like the dubious nature and the qualities of some of them. And I really enjoyed it. If you're planning to read the Grisha trilogy before reading these two, I'd say don't worry about it. You're not going to miss anything out. These books stand alone quite happily on their own. And they are so worth reading. They're really good books. Then I ploughed into an 8 to 12 year old book. It's the Warrior Cat series, book 1, Into the Wild by Erin Hunter. This was recommended to me by Sherry Walker. She really liked him, so I thought I'd give it a go. They had book 1 in the series, so I ploughed into it. I really enjoyed it. It follows Rusty, a domesticated house cat who decides to leave his comfortable life and join the wildcats in the forest, where he discovers that life isn't as quite simple as he thought it would be, that there are 4 different clans. One of the clans has been destroyed by another. There's something brewing, some big darkness that's causing a problem. And I was pleasantly surprised by how good it was. It's a bit violent. The cats are obviously fighting, and for anyone who's a cat lover, you know cats aren't particularly nice when they fight. They can be very vicious. So the level of violence in this book was a bit surprising considering the age group for it. But then it was in that age group because of the reading ability needed to actually read the book. I'm trying to get my hands on book 2 because I did enjoy it. I want to find out how the rest of the series pans out. There were 6 books in the first series, which I'm sure will be telling us more about Rusty's journey as part of the Warrior Cats. I then managed to get my hands on Reckless Book 2, Living Shadows by Cornelia Funk. These are the revised and re-edited editions that have been released. The third one has come out in hardback. I'm waiting to get my hands on a copy of it from the library. It follows on from book 1, so I can't tell you much, but we continue with Jacob and his journeys and trials throughout the mirror world. I managed to do an audiobook this month. I did it over 2 days listening to YouTube. For those of you who want the link, go and check it out on my Goodreads page. I've put the link there directly in the review. Here's a hardback copy of it though I've got. Treasure Island is the classic story by Robert Louis Stevenson. It's the first sort of pirate adventure story written. And it follows Jim Hawkins as his world is turned upside down when he discovers he's potentially got his hands on a great fortune. What was amazing was it's been a while since I read this book, so there was whole chapters in the middle that I didn't remember. And they're the chapters that aren't usually covered in the films. So it was really interesting to see what character development is generally taken out of the films, just to keep the film time down. I really enjoyed it. I found it a bit of a challenge listening to an audiobook. I had to keep pausing it when I went off to go and make a cup of tea because I couldn't hear the computer from the kitchen. But yeah, it was certainly a good way of getting through another book while trying to do some other stuff around the house. I read Passengers this month by Alexandra Bracken. This is a time travel romance book with a little bit of treasure hunting in, but that's not the main point of the story. This is a time travel romance, people. I have done a review on this book. There are a couple of things that bug me in here. Please go check out my review to go and see what they are. I read An Ember in the Ashes by Sabir Tahir. I didn't enjoy the book. I've done a review on that to let you know my complete thoughts on it. If you still want to go check it out, please do. Don't let my opinion put you off. If you loved it, that's great. I know, I'm happy for you. But this book, no, I did not like. It was a slog to get through, and I was really glad when I actually closed the book and thought, yeah, I don't have to read any more of this. On the other hand, I ploughed through A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J Maas. I really enjoyed the first book in her Fae trilogy. It's a bit gorier than what people would expect. I'm currently reading the 3rd book in the Throne of Glass series. So it's not too dissimilar in style. Obviously the Fae is what she's known for, what she specialises in writing. But it's a very different tone to the Throne of Glass series. Court of Thorn and Roses is very much First up, it's a first person point of view. It's very much a romance type of story with political intrigue going on. If you're expecting some big bad to happen in it, it's not really there. This is more a setup ready for the next book, where I expect to see a lot of sparks fly. I really enjoyed this book though. For regular viewers, you know that my husband and I read a book together every night. We do a chapter. The current one was Babylon's Ashes by James S.A. Corey, book 6 in the Expanse series. It's taken us just under 2 months to get through this. It's quite a hefty book, but it's a very good continuation of the story. This one's more character and political intrigue based rather than big action-packed space opera. Some people have said it's the weakest book in the series. I don't think it's that. I just think it's a different style from what they've been used to so far. We really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to book 7, which is due out at some point at the end of the year. Then I read this thing, The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. As you can probably tell, I did not like this book. It was so boring. The only way I got through this was to have to read a chapter of this before I could read A Court of Thorn and Roses. And when I started doing that, the first chapter I opened up had 30 pages in it, so I was really miffed. This book is all about etiquette and manners. It's billed as, do you want to be a demon slayer or a duchess? Let me tell you, there's very little demon slaying going on here. If you're expecting Buffy the Vampire Slayer, forget it. I've never known a book that is so full of how we stand, how we sit, how we talk. It's just oh my goodness. If that's what I didn't enjoy it. I'm not a fan of Pride and Prejudice. I don't like Jane Austen books. So this bored me to tears, and I'm sorry, I will not be picking up the rest of this series. If you like it, that's great. If you're probably a fan of Pride and Prejudice, if you like Regency manners and etiquette and extremely annoying lead characters who keep changing their mind at the drop of a hat, you'll probably like this. I didn't. And to finish off the month, I ploughed through Guardians Team Up. This is Guardians Assemble, book 1 in the series. It's a collection of stories about various meetups that the Guardians of the Galaxy have with other superheroes and Avengers. I think my favourite in this series, in this collection, is Gamora meeting She-Hulk. That's rather cool and a great bit of fun. There's also an extra bit at the back which follow the Pet Avengers, who I've never heard of, never seen anything like, but they team up with Rocket and Chaos as Shoes. You know, just imagine sort of Secret Life of Pets with Rocket. Yeah, kind of what you expect in the back of that one. But I really enjoyed this. It's a good little collection. There's no other overarching theme at all, really, that I could discern. But there was just a really good collection of fun stories. So there we go, that's my wrap up. Sorry, that was quite a few. I'm quite concerned that I've managed to read so many this month. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to keep that up. We'll have to see though. So please let me know what you've read this month, anything you think I should be reading next month. I will be posting up my March TBR shortly. So I'm hoping to challenge myself, because I only put down 6 books to read this month. That's just gone. I did achieve that and 5 extras, so I think I'll probably go to push myself and see if I can put a few more on my TBR list to actually achieve in March. Thank you very much for watching. Happy reading. Bye.